Hey, Rob here for Quadratec. Today, we're taking a look at the Axial RC rock crawlers. Today we're taking a look at the lineup of Axial scale remote control Jeep vehicles. We're going to be looking at the SCX24, slightly larger SCX10, and the massive 1/6 scale SCX6. I'm going to give you some of the different features of each of the different size remote control vehicles so you can pick the right one for yourself or maybe to give as a gift. No matter which one you choose, all of these are a ton of fun, whether you're simply around the house or the backyard. You can even throw them in your Jeep and take them out for a day on the trails. Everyone from young to old can have a ton of fun messing around with these scale remote control vehicles. Now, starting here with the SCX24, these come in right around the $100 price point. And what I really love about these is you're going to get virtually everything you need right here in the box. Now, that includes the 1/24 scale vehicle, the radio controller, the batteries for the controller and the vehicle, and even the USB charging cable to recharge that rechargeable LiPo battery pack in the vehicle. All you'll need is the USB charging block to plug into, and we all have a few of those laying around the house. Now, within the SCX24, some of the great things that you'll notice is the incredible level of detail that they pack into even the smallest in the lineup. Now, you're going to find this throughout the entire line, not only the detail in the actual bodies of the vehicle, but the components and accessories that they use as well. You're going to find things mimicking real-life products that you can have on your full-size Jeep at home. Things like wheels and tires from Nitto, BFG, KMC, and Black Rhino. The list goes on and on in all of the different accessories that Axial packs into these scale remote control vehicles. You do have some options in the SCX24. You can choose the JLU in either the gray or green. You can also pick the Gladiator, available in this mojito green, white, or black. And yes, there's even a scale trailer that you can add to the Gladiator to bring your Wrangler along. Now, you're going to find things like working LED fog lights, and if we lift that body up, you'll notice the motor and battery pack there. We can also take a look at those oil-filled shocks that allow the suspension to do a great job articulating over those obstacles that you're crawling. Now, if we flip it over, you'll notice a heavy-duty steel C-channel frame, giving this vehicle a ton of rigidity. And yes, we do have solid front and rear axles with metal gears inside. Again, giving you a very heavy-duty and robust remote control four-wheel drive vehicle that's set up to tackle virtually any obstacle that you want to throw at it. Things like working lights even on the back of our trailer here that we can simply plug in when you lift up that body of the Gladiator. You can plug them right into the controller on the underside there. Now, if we go ahead and jump up from the SCX24, we can check out the next level, which happens to be the SCX10. Now, at this point, we're at a 1/10 scale, giving you an even larger and more realistic looking remote control vehicle. The SCX10 is available in your choice of the Wrangler JLU or the Jeep Gladiator JT. You can also choose from the CJ7, and each of those are available in a few different color choices that you can check out by clicking that info button to head over to quadratec.com. Now, the SCX10 comes in at about the $500 price point. However, you will have some additional costs involved as well, as the battery for the vehicle is not included with the SCX10. You will need to add your choice of a LiPo rechargeable battery and a smart charger to go with it. Now, you do have a few options when it comes to those batteries and chargers. So depending on what you choose, the standard or shorty style, you're going to be coming in right about the $100 price point for your battery and charger combo, bringing us to about the $600 price point all in for the SCX10. Now with this model, as I said, we're gonna find more great details packed into here. We've got things like those Nitto Trail Grappler tires on here, KMC wheels. We've got things like working headlights and working taillights. And one of the things I didn't mention with the smaller one, but you will find similar across the line from Axial, all of these bodies are actually painted on the underside. That way, if you get any scratches in this outer clear coat, it's gonna keep that body looking nicer longer. Now, if we go ahead and lift the body off of this, we can see I can disconnect our electrical connections for those headlights and those taillights. I can set this body aside. You can notice how the underside is painted. We do feature a multi-piece body there, giving you some realistic looking details like a radiator in here and those transparent windows allowing us to see our little driver that we have inside the vehicle there. Now, if we take a look at the chassis, you can see we've got a replica V8 engine cover, transmission housing, and transfer case. Now, those covers not only give us great realistic looking components, but they also protect that driveline when you're really getting into those hardcore obstacles with your SCX10. You're gonna find things in this model like an adjustable coilover suspension, allowing you to fine-tune the height of the front and rear and even left and right of the vehicle independently. And if we flip this over, you're gonna see things like heavy-duty all-metal components in that driveline from the axle to our control arms in both the front and rear. You'll notice the incredible amount of flex that we have in this suspension of the SCX10, really allowing a lot of articulation and maneuvering when you're crawling over those obstacles. One other really cool feature found in the SCX10 is the addition of a third channel in the radio control transmitter and receiver that allows you to perform a dig maneuver, a realistic off-road driving technique where we can lock that rear axle up, allowing you to drag that front of the vehicle left or right as you're crawling up, over, and out of those really difficult obstacles. Now, if you really want to step up to the top level from Axial, we can check out the SCX6 1/6 scale remote control Jeep. This thing is absolutely massive, it's heavy, and it features an incredible level of realistic looking detail in the largest out of the lineup from Axial. Now, this is really geared to the more experienced user as it is very large, and it does come with the biggest price point out of the three. The SCX6 comes in at right around the $1,100 mark, and again, just like the smaller SCX10, you will need to add your own battery to this setup as well as a smart charger, so that's going to add about an additional $100 to this setup for you. Now, just like in the slightly smaller SCX10, we're going to find things like working headlights, working taillights, translucent windows, so we can check out that detailed interior. But if we set the body to the side here on the SCX6, we can check out this absolutely massive chassis here. Again, we're going to see things like an adjustable coilover suspension, allowing you to fine-tune and dial in the ride height and how this flexes and articulates as you crawl over those obstacles. Of course, we're seeing very heavy-duty components in here. If we turn this over, you can see these massive control arms. We've got a 3-link front and a 4-link in the rear. And the transmission and transfer case inside the SCX6 features metal gearing, and that third channel that's in the remote is now giving you the capability of having a functional high and low range, giving you high speed fun and that low speed control when you're crawling over even the most difficult obstacles out on the trail. Now again, like I said, no matter which you choose in the lineup from Axial, whether it be the smallest SCX24, the SCX10, or even the massive SCX6, you're sure to have a ton of fun with these scale 4-wheel drive Jeep vehicles from Axial. If you want to get more information about any of them that I covered here today, of course, you can click that info button to head over to Quadratec.com. If you have any comments or questions, you can always leave those for me down in the comments section below or by simply heading to the website. Of course, if you haven't already and you like these videos, do me a huge favor, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well as the notification icon so be sure to catch all of our latest videos. Until next time, I'm Rob. I'll see you out on the trail or maybe crawling around the backyard.